What's going on? Anyway, I received a question, another email, talking or asking where I got my start. It said that they know that I went to college, but what did I do after? How do you get the start? How do you make it? So, I've talked before about where I started, and really that was when I was 13. I was in junior high school, and I saw the yearbook photographers with their point and shoots taking pictures of practice, and I just was like a basketball, and I just felt that that's not how you take pictures of sports. That the most important stuff is the action. So I went home and I got my mom's point and shoot Fuji Discovery camera, and I sat down on the baseline and shot pictures. And you know what? I came out with a lot of quality shots. So I knew from then on that I had something. I was able to capture the moment. So that's when I bought my first film camera, and I used that through high school, or halfway through high school, until I picked up my first Nikon, which was a D90S, and started about 15 years old shooting for a couple magazines, sports magazines, and I had a season credential by the time I was 18 for the Flyers. So just when I started driving, I was going down to the Flyers games for as many games as I could to photograph. And I had to, deal with the locations that I was given until I built up enough credibility that I could shoot from the better spots. And that was great. And what really helped me at these games were people that were photographers that were willing to pass the knowledge along, or have, just be there during we would sit in the press room eating dinner before the game, and they'd just let me talk and ask questions, and I would listen to the answers that they would say, because without them, I would have, been lost down there as a 15, 16-year-old. One guy, Rusty, who still shoots for the AP, we would sit on the bench before the pregame skate, before the players even came out, and just talk photography, and that really helped me out. So having people that, that you could latch on to, that were open and willing to help you, is great. And there's also going to be those assholes that tell you to fuck off, to use simple terms, without getting too vulgar. But yeah, and it's annoying when they tell you to fuck off, because you're just trying to learn. And if it wasn't, for people that helped you, it makes it more difficult to get to where you're going. And you have to help other people. You have to pass it on. So that's part of the reason why I do a lot of these videos. But anyway, during college, I learned what I could learn. It's always good to pick up extra information. And then after school, I worked for a lab. I would do the custom printing, and I would get really pissed off when they would tell me that my prints were too contrasty, that they wanted to be flat, and it just pissed me off, shooting, developing flat pictures and seeing how bad these photographers really were, and trying to correct their mistakes, which there were a lot of them. And I didn't last there long, because I've never not done something during the summer, and they want, I would have had to work through the summer. It just didn't make any sense to me. So anyway, I did that for a while. I worked at another lab, a yearbook type photography place, and there you find that they don't give a shit about quality. All they want is quantity. If I gave them 8 rolls, they were more happy with 8 rolls of film of shit than 2.5 rolls of quality, because they thought if they delivered more that made somebody happy. But I know if you deliver quality, that's making somebody happy. So I did that for a while. I worked with my buddy Greg for a long time, building to shoot weddings and portraits and events and things like that. And you just find yourself on your own looking for different jobs. I shot for some credit card companies in the area that, I did the right things at the right time to be in the right place to get these jobs, and I got them. The trouble sometimes is keeping them, because sometimes the next flavor of the week comes in and you're out. But that's the nature of the beast. My best advice for school, or after school, or during school, or whenever, even if you don't go to photography school, is if you have a passion for it, shoot a lot, but find somebody in the area that you could latch on to that will help you. Because it's important that somebody helps you, or that, that they show you the ropes. I don't care if you don't get paid, just get the experience. It's where I messed up. I didn't latch on or ask for help or find photographers to work for that would have helped me get higher quicker. It took longer, but I got there. But now I see that I should have been latching on to those certain people that were successful. I just didn't do it, but that's something I would suggest doing. Call, look who's local to you, and just call and say, listen, I'm looking to learn. Can I observe? Can I sit in the corner and pay attention? Can I ask you questions? I mean, that's what it's about. So, that's what you do after school or during school. You start shooting for people. You start learning with them. Find somebody in your area and just do it. Ask them. Just say, listen, I'm willing to do anything that you say, within reason, willing to do anything you say photographically to learn and to get better. And I want to learn from you. That's all you can do, and just be straightforward. Straightforward. Just say, and just pick up as much as you can from there, and you'll see how you'll grow just by from these other photographers. And that's helped out, tremendously in the short term now. I've latched on to other people and ask questions and have a nice little community of people to talk with. So that's what I say, suggest doing. So I hope that helps. Any other questions? Anybody? Jared at jaredboland.com. I'll be more than happy to answer. Talk to you later.